At the Pioneer Hall on the shores of Lake Superior, where upcoming is the welterweight champion of the world, Aaron Davis, taking on Billy Durbin. Aaron Davis, who only 2 months ago became champion of the world. This an over-the-weight non-title bout for him. It took a little over 4 years as a pro for Aaron Davis to achieve the goal of all fighters, to become a world champion. Right from the start, the talented Davis knew what he wanted and knew who he wanted to beat. The night Aaron Davis made his pro debut, Mark Breland, a fellow New Yorker, was the star attraction, returning to the Madison Square Garden Felt Forum ring, where he made his name as an amateur. Breland was the champion Aaron Davis wanted, and on July 8th, he got his chance and made the most of it. Davis was the aggressor from the start, and in the 9th round, he landed a right hand that knocked out Breland and made him world champion. Aaron Davis's climb to the top has been carefully guided by his father, Larry Tumbler Davis, a former fighter himself who never quite made it all the way. He never wanted Aaron to be a fighter, but when the youngster showed he liked the sport, Tumbler helped Aaron in every way he could. One of the few father-son boxing combinations to work.
He wants it more than I want him to make it. I want him to make it, don't get me wrong, but if he don't make it, it's okay. A lot of other people, they push and push and push like it's them in the ring doing all of this sacrificing and fighting like they're trying to continue their career in the ring through the sun. I've learned that my career didn't go as well as I wanted it, so it's over. I just wanted to just forget about it. I fought well, and at least I thought I fought well, and it didn't come out the way I wanted it to, but it's okay.
Tumbler Davis and Billy Giles have worked together to make Aaron Davis the fighter he is. Now with the world title belt in his possession, they're now focusing on the future. Aaron is getting ready for his first title defense. It may be against Meldrick Taylor, but to Aaron Davis, the opponent doesn't matter.
I'm not scared of anybody once I'm in the ring. I'm not scared of nobody. I never have been scared of anybody, and I'll fight anybody. I'm not going to be like fighters that duck anybody. I'll fight anybody I got to. Any #1 contender that is right there, I'll just fight. I'm not going to ditch behind people and fight other people just to duck a #1 contender. If you're a champion, you just got to fight anybody.
Someone who would love to fight Aaron Davis is Glenwood Brown, one of the top welterweight contenders, who is waiting for his first chance at a world title. Brown thought he had a commitment from Davis, but now it looks as if he'll have to wait.
I'm glad that he won the title, but I felt that I should have fought Aaron Davis his first defense because, you know, there's a lot of talk. He was saying that he would fight me and all that stuff, but now, after he beat Breland, he's not going to fight me. I mean, you know, I'm fighting somebody else now. I mean, all that talk he was saying, now it's time to back it up. And he don't, you know, he's not going to back it up now.
But he's getting the shot now. I don't see why he should be disappointed. I believe he's getting ready to fight Simon Brown, you know. And that fight there, he got a shot in that fight. To me, that's an even fight. So he got a shot in that fight there, so I don't know why he should be disappointed. He get that fight there, then me and him can get it on, you know, put up all the money together and winner take all, and we just fight.
And there is Aaron Davis. Well, he's wearing a promo.
There you go.
You know, the one thing, I will say this. You look at Aaron Davis, one of the 3 welterweight champions, and you don't see a large entourage. He's stayed down to earth all the way.
Sam, that's one of the things that I always judge fighters by. You see a guy win 3-4 round fights, instead of 3 people, next time there's 4 people. Then he wins 4 more fights, then there's 5 people. Next thing they have the line going all the way back to the locker room. I don't like that at all. And it's amazing how these fighters will listen to these hangers-on sometime instead of the guy that's trying to help them.
One thing he does dazzle you with are his trunks.
They're gorgeous.
Let's get the official introductions to our main event from Paul Guggenheimer.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time now for tonight's main event. A 10-round welterweight fight The referee for tonight's main event is Denny Nelson. First in the blue corner, wearing blue trunks with white trim, weighing in at 148 3/4 pounds, with a record of 12 wins, 3 losses, and 1 draw with 9 knockouts, the pride of Evansville, Indiana, Billy Durbin. And in the red corner, wearing red trunks with blue trim, also weighing in at 148 3/4 pounds, undefeated with a record of 30 wins and no losses, including 18 knockouts, from the Bronx, New York, the WBA World Welterweight Champion, Aaron Superman.
And a good reception for champion Aaron Davis. Billy Giles and Tumbler Davis in his corner. Aaron Davis on July 8th, knocking out Mark Breland to bring home the WBA championship belt, winning the welterweight title. Billy Durbin, 29 years old, was unbeaten in his first 11 bouts, 10-0-1. In his last 5, he's only 2-3, and has not fought very often. Fought 10 bouts in his first year as a pro in 1987, then fought only 1 in 1988, changed managers, lost a tough decision in Tennessee. That disheartened him a little bit. Fought Kenny Gould, former U.S. Olympian, last October in Florida, and readily admits that he was nervous and folded up in that fight with all the cameras and all the attention. He feels he's better prepared to fight against Aaron Davis than he was against Kenny Gould.
Well, if he was nervous against Kenny Gould, what is he against the world champion Aaron Davis? You know, Kenny Gould is a southpaw, pretty good, useful southpaw. But he certainly isn't an Aaron Davis at the moment.
I think what Billy Durbin is hoping for is a good performance, which will tell him where he's at in his pro career and whether he can continue as a boxer. Aaron Davis looks in good shape, but he has had fights where he has looked in good shape, but that's been deceiving. He's run out of gas.
Well, Sam, the difference between Breland and his fight with Davis and his fight with Breland and his fight with the Summit, the fight before, was night and day. But again, now that Davis has won the title, I think he knows what it takes, and he's always going to be in excellent condition from now on.
Fast hands by Davis.
Well, he puts those body punches together and he'll hook back up to the head. Billy Giles is a good, solid trainer, Sam. Any fighter he has, he knows his fundamentals. He knows how to fight.
Right now, all the talk is centered around Aaron Davis-Meldrick Taylor title bout for the first title defense for Aaron Davis. Good body shot with the left.
Set it up with that good stiff left jab.
If that bout comes to fruition, that would happen in January. The Davis camp has indicated they wouldn't mind fighting Hector Macho Camacho. Now both Taylor and Camacho would be coming up in weight. There's junior welterweights who would have to come up to meet Davis in the welterweight class. Final seconds, round 1, scheduled for 10. Round 2, scheduled for 10. Aaron Davis comes out shooting the jab. to mix it up a little bit.
Oh, a triple jab that time, Sam, and then moved his hands when he got inside.
Well, as Durbin told us this morning, he has nothing to lose and everything to gain in a fight like this. If he can make an impressive showing against the world champion. Similar to the Cepeda fight, you're looking at a different class of fighter. You're looking at a world-class fighter in Aaron Davis and a club fighter in Billy Durbin.
Durbin would have to get awfully lucky, Sam. He'd have to land a real big punch. Because you can just see that Davis has so much, his hand skills are so much better. Durbin's moving pretty good on his legs, but he doesn't have the hand skills that Aaron Davis has. The accuracy of his punches.
Right hand by Davis scores. While we were away in commercial, Gil, you were looking at Davis's right eye, the one that had that ugly swelling in the Breland fight.
Well, there was still a discoloration under that right eye, Sam. And it's been quite some time since he fought Mark Breland. Good legs on Durbin. Sam's moving side to side, showing a lot of respect for Davis, which he should.
Davis just taking his time and warming up.
Well, what Durbin has to do is punch back a little bit. He's had opportunities, Sam, and he's become completely defensive. There he finally tries to throw a good solid punch and missed.
Davis has thrown some sharp jabs, hasn't put anything behind them. Just look at that right eye.
And you can see that slight discoloration, Sam.
Left over from the fight with Mark Breland 2 months ago. But certainly the eye has been checked out by the doctors and the vision is not impaired.
He's fine, Sam, and I'm glad to see him in the ring. You know, it's something that all of these champions seem to have forgotten. I know back when Griffith was fighting guys like that, fought a lot of over-the-weight fights. Now, once these guys win a title, they won't fight unless they're getting, but it's got to be 6 figures, so they just stay back. But you can always fight these over-the-weight fights to keep yourself busy and keep yourself sharp. And I'm really glad to see Aaron Davis in the ring fighting this fight.
What's most important is for him is to treat it as an important fight, to be in top shape so that he doesn't get hurt.
Well, again, I think that he learned his lessons in the fight before he fought the Breland. He almost blew the title fight in his performance.
That's when he fought Curtis Summit May 18th in Callicoon at the Villa Roma. He fought a lethargic fight, even though he won a 10-round decision. He was at a point before the Breland fight where he thought and admitted that he didn't think he could make 147 pounds.
Well, that's because he never went to camp, Sam. It was a complete difference. Bobby Goodman influenced him to go to camp, and it changed him completely. Matter of fact, after the Summit fight in the ring, they told me that they couldn't make welterweight.
What are the benefits of going to camp, as you said?
Sam, when you go to camp, you have the fighter locked up. You know where he is all the time. You can train him in the gymnasium. You can ask him when he comes in the gym, did you do your road work this morning? He's going to tell you. If he's smart, he'll tell you the truth. But otherwise, these guys have been known to color the truth a little bit. You can't watch their diet. Good right hand by Davis. But you can't watch their diet. They slop up. They go to the fast food joints. So when you're in camp, you can supervise his diet. You know where he is at night. You get up and do road work in the morning. Complete difference.
Davis has been landing the right hand here in the third round. There it is again. Starting to set the right hand up.
Durbin's going to have to throw some punches, Sam. It'll be a complete target, complete punching bag.
Welcome back to Pioneer Hall in Duluth, Minnesota. This is our main event. Aaron Superman Davis, WBA Welterweight Champion, in the red sequin trunks, and in the blue trunks, Billy Durbin. This is a non-title over the weight bout. Davis coming in at about 148.
Well, Davis continues to stalk and Durbin continues to move, but Durbin is not offering much of an offense at all, Sam. He's going to have to throw some punches. He said it was a big opportunity for him, nothing to lose, but he's got to move those hands. Moving the legs, but not the hands.
He's trying, but Davis, too quick, is picking off those jabs.
Half-hearted punches by Durbin. You know, boxing is such a mental sport. Sometimes the guy imposes his will on the other guy. The guy knows he's not going to win the fight. There's Davis taking a big home run swing, but Durbin is not throwing any punches like that. He's beaten mentally.
Davis's jab has been effective. Durbin has not fought since October the 20th. Saying it's been difficult getting fights in the Evansville, Indiana area. And I think he's questioned his desire to fight.
Well, this will be a deciding factor for his future, Sam, in this fight.
He's been stopped twice in his last of his 3 losses. Stopped by Parrish Johnson in the 6th round, and Kenny Gould stopped him in the 7th round last year. Davis keeps peppering with the jab.
And the only punch that Durbin is throwing is occasionally a sloppy left jab. Has to punch a little bit there. He's inside now. His hands are free, and he's looking to just tie Davis up. There he threw a right hand, Sam. Missed, but at least he threw it.
To the body that drew oohs and ahs. Now the crowd responds as Davis opens up. Durbin in trouble.
That was enough to grab, though, Sam.
There's a cut on the bridge of the nose of Billy Durbin. Winding down in round 4. It's all Aaron Davis. As expected, Aaron Davis into his corner. Billy Giles steps into the ring. Father Tumbler Davis leans in.
Don't lean on the goddamn man. Fight the man. Go fight him. Go reel the guy. The guy's ready to go.
Sweet words from Billy Giles. Tumbler Davis looking down at his son. He says, I treat him like another fighter. I don't treat him like my son. There's Aaron Davis with his son, 7-month-old Aaron Jr. And Aaron Sr. says, my son's not going to be a fighter. He's going to be a tennis player.
Well, I tell you, if he has a good backhand, good forehand, why not? But you'd be surprised how these kids do what they want to do when they get older.
Maybe he'll grow up to be another Pete Sampras and win $350,000 at the U.S. Open.
Yes, Sam, that was not bad for a 19-year-old kid. But he may grow up to be another Mike Tyson and make $20 million, Sam. Don't denigrate boxing, Sam.
Never. Not at all. But it's a safer sport. Tennis is safer.
Oh, what, you think so? After what happened to our mayor, Jenkins? He was wounded playing tennis.
This is round 5, scheduled for 10.
And what about Tumbler Davis? Aaron Davis's father, we went out fishing 4 o'clock this morning in Lake Superior and fell out of the boat, Sam. He almost didn't have a corner man. What do they say about city boys?
Can't take him out of the city, huh? I understand that he and Billy Giles caught some fish, though.
Well, Tumbler was honest. You know, most fishermen, they tell these stories, but not the Tumbler. He said they felt sorry for me and gave me a fish after I fell in the water. But he took the fish back to the hotel room, Sam, and put it upstairs in his room. It just has to go on ice.
It better be on ice in the tub.
It better be on ice in the plane tomorrow. He's going to empty the plane out. Let's go.
Just want to set the record straight. Tumbler did not fall out of the boat. They were waiting from the shore, and he fell in the hole and fell down.
Sounds better, fell out of the boat.
That's right.
And meanwhile, Davis is just methodically cutting down Billy Durbin. Very methodical job, good snappy jab. And that's the best right hand of the fight. And Durbin took it. Still bouncing on his legs, Sam. That's the one thing he does have, his legs.
Durbin just trying to stay away from Davis, and he can't do it. Davis cutting the ring down effectively and cutting up Billy Durbin. Again, negotiations in progress for a Davis-Meldrick-Taylor fight. If it happened, it's going to come off in January, possibly sooner than that, depending on the way some of the other big bouts go.
Well, that's exactly right. Again, the lighter guys have to wait until the big guys make up their mind. And Aaron Davis is just stalking his man, and Billy Durbin's just trying to survive. And it's tough when you fight a guy that's not offering any opposition, because you punch off the other guy's punches. If he doesn't do anything, it's tough.
Not much Durbin can do. For round 6, all Aaron Davis as he dominates Billy Durbin in this over-the-weight non-title bout, his first bout since winning the WBA Welterweight Championship. Some of the fans a little restless, want to see Davis score a knockout. Durbin not offering much in offense. Davis too quick for him. Is it better for Aaron Davis to be in the ring in a fight like this, or be in against a better opponent in sparring in the gym?
Sam, I would suggest that this is, despite the fact that he has no opposition whatsoever, it's better to bring him out in front of the public than to have him in a gymnasium sparring, because they spar hundreds of rounds in a gymnasium, and after a while it gets to be like routine. This way here, he's in with a guy he's never seen before. He's got the crowd in front of him. Some of them are taunting him, some of them are cheering for him. You have to get that public exposure. So I think this is good for him. Well, I would like to have seen a little stronger opponent.
Yeah. Durbin has barely touched Aaron Davis. And Davis just kind of waiting for an opening. Durbin covering up a lot, not offering much of a target. And Davis just keeps waiting and waiting, occasionally popping a jab.
Seems to me that anytime Davis wants to now, especially when he moves the guy in the corner, he can go in there and unload. But he's just being very, very patient. Whether he wants to work out or whatever it is, he seems to be just overly patient, I would say, not cautious. I don't think he's worried about this guy at all.
I think that in a bout like this, where he knows he's far superior than his opponent, you want to put on a little bit of a show for the fans.
I would have to say so, especially he's a new title holder, but up to this point he hasn't.
Landed a good left hook that hurt Durbin. Live in Duluth, Minnesota at Pioneer Hall on the shores of Lake Superior. And this is fight night, scheduled 10-rounder, the WBA Welterweight Champion of the world, Aaron Davis.
Now it looks like Davis is going to try to get him out of there, Sam. Threw some real hard body punches. Looks like he means business now.
He's been taking apart Billy Durbin round by round and landed a couple of good left hooks at the end, the final seconds of round 6.
And some very good left hooks to the body at the beginning of this round, Sam.
Look at the jab, snapped Durbin's head back.
Looks like he wants to get out of here now.
And nothing Durbin can do. Way outclassed. And nothing Durbin throws, and he hasn't thrown much, has done anything to dissuade Aaron Davis from marching in.
Durbin is offering a little more opposition this round, Sam, than he has in any previous round. Not that it's done him any good, but at least he's throwing a couple of punches.
He's throwing. He's not landing, but he is throwing. Davis's best punch has been the jab. It's been on the button. Durbin landed one there. That brings some cheers from the crowd. Davis responds. Opening up for the first time since early in the fight.
Like saying to the guy, how dare you hit me with that punch. So to show you the ability he has when he wants to use it.
And I think that's what he needs to do more often. The crowd would definitely go wild.
They'd rather see that than this methodical chopping down of an opponent. No question about that.
And it is a pretty good crowd, and near sellout here in a 3,000 seat arena. Jab by Davis.
Again, Sam, the jab has been very, very effective.
Durbin's starting to get frustrated because Davis's punches are landing effectively. Durbin moving. Too often he's running out of space.
Well, that's what's keeping him in the fight, though, Sam, those legs. Good left hook by Davis. Again, Durbin fired back, didn't hit anything, but he threw the punch.
Davis sits down with a huge lead in this bout. And in the corner of Billy Durbin, they wasted precious seconds getting into the ring and getting the stool down.
It's been that way every round, Sam. Aaron Davis is sitting down taking nice deep breaths, and the other guy, they still don't have the stool in the...
That's where Durbin landed that left, and then Davis came back.
And all it was a jab, but it woke up Aaron Davis.
That's a pretty combination. What a nice flurry.
And then he says, well, I put you in your place, now behave yourself, and we'll go back and go through this routine some more.
Look at that. Sharp punches. And that's Davis at his best. Round 8.
Which we haven't seen enough of in this fight, Sam.
talked about possible opponents for Aaron Davis, and the name Hector Camacho has come up, which would be interesting considering that it was Billy Giles who trained Hector Camacho in Camacho's early days. Davis doing a little talking to Durbin as he continues to pop him.
Well, again, Durbin has thrown a few punches this round, Sam.
Jabs by Davis, getting through the guard of Billy Durbin.
Sam, it looks as if Aaron Davis is going to fight Meldrick Taylor for the welterweight championship of the world. That should be a fight. And Davis can't be lackadaisical in a fight like that because Meldrick Taylor is a busy fighter.
Oh, yeah. As he showed against Julio Cesar Chavez, when he nearly beat Chavez. Davis has got a quick left hook that he brings from downstairs. It's kind of a half uppercut, half hook. That's
exactly
beauty.
Right.
Straight right hand lands for Davis. A good right hand. This could be the end. Davis trying to sustain the action, just throws Durbin down. As Durbin trying to tie him up, crowd responds with boos for Aaron Davis.
Well, let's see if this makes Billy Durbin mad. Gets him to throw some punches.
Durbin not throwing back. A lot of the fight has been taken out of him.
He's just so completely outgunned in the fight, Sam.
I just thought it looked like Davis was going to keep up the attack and maybe put the finishing touches on the bout. Here it is again. Now he looks like he wants to. Referee very close. He's swapping in. Davis banging away. Straight right hand. Uppercut lands. All Aaron Davis here. Big combination. Durbin goes down. Fight is over. Left hook, right hand. That short.
Beautiful
uppercut.
combination, Sam. That is a very effective punch for Aaron Davis. What it really is a left uppercut.
And the crowd cheering for the WBA Welterweight Champion of the world in his first bout as a champion. Coming into Duluth and taking apart Billy Durbin.
That's exactly the way to describe it, Sam. He just took him apart. Just took his time, worked to the body, worked to the head, worked behind the jab, and turned it on when he had to.
Billy Durbin game, but just not in the same class as Aaron Davis. Ooh. Setting him up for the right hand. And that was the initial flurry earlier in the round.
Yeah, now let's take a look at that. There's that uppercut, Sam. It goes right between Durbin's hands. That's a very, very good punch. Not a round. It's not a hook. What it is, it's a short left uppercut. Now when he has the guy right there, he threw it again. Straight right hand. There it is again, right between Durbin's hands. It's beautiful. There it is again.
Wow. Gets good leverage on that punch.
He sure does, Sam. Every bit of his rear end is in that punch. Punching right from his toes.
And Davis getting the opening and taking full advantage of it.
Here we'll see that uppercut go right in between his hands. There it is, Sam. Right in between his hands. Look at the way it lifted his head up in the end. Nailed him with the right hand.
And another victory on the record of Aaron Superman Davis. Let's get the official time from Paul Guggenheimer.
Referee Denny Nelson stops the fight at 2:53 of round 9. The winner by technical knockout, the WBA World Welterweight Champion, Aaron Superman.
Aaron Davis, 31-0. There's another knockout, his 19th, as he stops Billy Durbin. And Billy Durbin now will have to go back to Evansville and assess his future. Aaron Davis, staying busy, will await the outcome of negotiations for his first title defense. And right now, as we mentioned several times, the likelihood that it will be against former junior welterweight champion Meldrick Taylor. Aaron Davis stops Billy Durbin. We'll be back to talk with Aaron Davis in just a moment. Welcome back to Fight Night here in Duluth, Minnesota, where Aaron Superman Davis has fought a non-title over the weight bout and stopped Billy Durbin in the 9th round with some powerful combinations. That left uppercut, devastating, followed by the straight right hand, and referee Denny Nelson steps in and stops the bout. It's over, and the winner, Aaron Davis, is with Gil Clancy right now. Gil, take it away.
Hey, congratulations, guys. Congratulations, Aaron. I like the fight, Aaron, that you didn't sit back on your laurels. You're the champion of the world. You're going to sit back and wait for another title fight, the big bucks. I believe in these overweight fights. How do you feel about it?
I feel good about it. That's why I took this fight here, because I didn't want to sit back and just stay still. And I needed this fight right here, and it kind of showed a little bit. Because the guy just ran all around the ring. He tried to win at first, then he said he couldn't win at the first round, so he just ran the whole fight.
Well, what you did, you dominated him mentally. He knew he couldn't win the fight, and all he was trying to do was stay. And when a guy tries to stay, it's difficult to look good against him. But when you woke up, and when anytime this guy hit you, you put him right back in his place. Billy, you may have revived something again, because when I used to manage fighters, when I got lucky with a Griffith and had a couple of champions, they fought over the weight fights. They didn't sit back and wait 6 months, 8 months, 9 months waiting for that big one, and it kept them sharp. I think it's the right thing to do.
Well, I was brought up from the old school, watching you, Bob McQuillan, Freddie Brown, and then the way I learned was to keep fighters busy. And Tumblr is the same way. He was brought up with Bob McQuillan too, and he told us, all the time, only way a fighter can learn and stay active, and he'll be sharp. And we want to fight some of the best guys in the world, and to do that, you got to learn. And every fight you learn. The night he learned, about guys running around not trying to win. The guy didn't try to win. He already said he was going to go the distance today, and he showed tonight what he's supposed to do. He took his time, he dominated the guy mentally, and he finally got him out. But right now, we want to concentrate on one more fight. We like to fight twice more this year. Get Meldrick, get a hold of Chavez, get a hold of Mr. Camacho, and make you a proud guy of us.
Well, you got big plans there, Aaron. Again, as the fight went on, you seemed to get a little sharp and you're a little more ambitious, and when you put him away, you were very, very impressive. I like that punch, Billy. I don't know what you call it, that left uppercut.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's a left uppercut. That's what I heard almost everybody with. Left uppercut, right hand. But like I said, he wasn't trying to win. It's hard to fight a guy that's not trying to win. Like majority of the guys that Tyson fought, the only guys that survived is the guys who did not fight back. The guys that fought back got knocked out.
Well, that's the way it usually works. You know what's going to happen to you, Aaron? You're going to be watching television. You're going to see a lot of guys using that left uppercut, because not too many guys know that punch. Billy, you're going to keep it a secret? You're going to teach guys how to use it?
We're building another kid. He's watching Aaron, and he's learning how to throw the uppercut too. But most old-time fighters threw uppercuts. And like I said, watching the old-time trainers, we learn how, we teach our guys uppercuts. It's a dangerous, dangerous punch, and when you catch a guy, you slow him down and you hurt him. It's him in the nervous system, that's it.
Tumbler, I have one question for you. How was the water in Lake Superior? Was it cold?
Very cold, but I caught a big fish. I got a real big king, what is it? Salmon? That big. It's about that big. It's about 40 pounds.
28 pounds is
like every fisherman, your arms aren't long enough. That's what happens. But you're gonna bring it back to New York with you, right?
Oh yes, it's ready. We got it filleted right now and frozen. I'll be ready for salmon steaks tomorrow night.
Okay. Hey, congratulations again, fellas. Keep busy, Aaron. That's the message I have here. Let's go back to Sam Rosen at ringside.
Thanks, Gil. Congratulations to Aaron Davis on his win. Congratulations to Tumbler on catching the salmon. We'll be right back.